and welcome to another episode of Beaglington-On-Sea. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about my first train set, which I still have the rolling stock from, which is what I'm going to be talking about, and one of the more modern models that I have on the layout, which is a Hornby Class 66 in Freightline livery, which I should just introduce now as it comes out of the tunnel. You might be able to see it, but I'll get some better shots anyways in a minute. Here it comes. There you go. Yeah. And here is my first locomotive and rolling stock. It gets going. It's DCC fitted, so it just takes a moment. It's a bit old. Here she comes into the station. Now just park up there, and then I'll take you down to the track to see her. Welcome down to the trackside, and here she is. What a thing of beauty. It's the Hornby 0400F class saddle tank locomotive, Ben Wyglow. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's another Scottish thing. Named after a locomotive of a completely different class. But handy because it's number 6. And I got this for my 6th birthday in 1998 in the country local set, which came with a circle of track, one of those red knob controllers, and these lovely bright red coaches. They look more orange on my camera, but they are in fact a very bright red, and they're ever so slightly translucent or transparent, whichever it is, and they're very light because their weights seem to have gone missing, although they do still have their original wheels, which, and if you can see, have their plastic with white round the rims. So I have the set still here. There's a few missing coupling hooks, and in fact the chassis has been replaced at least once with the same coloured wheels on a donor chassis. I think it was actually from a Loch Ness, of which I own 2, but I gave one to a friend as a present, and it's DCC fitted. So I had to hardwire that, and it's inside the saddle tank, obviously. And a slight issue caused by that is that if I turn this round, if I can uncouple it, you'll see that it doesn't sit quite perfectly anymore on the plastic chassis. The metal running frame doesn't, but it's very heavy now, which is good because that helps with the running. So it's doing very well for its age, considering that I got it in 1998 and it's now 2021. That's something like 23 years, so that's nice. I know I have got trying locomotives that are 60 odd years old, or something like that, and they're still running, more or less. Yes, so this was my first train set, and it spent many a happy hour running around some track laid on the back of a road mat on my bedroom floor, and I still have it, so rather happy about that. And now here's a little clip of her running close up on the platform. And I have to say, given that my hard wiring skills for DCC decoders are fairly terrible, this one has worked out quite well and has turned it into a nice smooth runner, because these can be a bit all over the place. And obviously I have the cab painted up, which I'll show you in a minute. A crew, the normal crew that you get from Hornby, they do paint up quite well. Just get another shot of her coming through the station, and then I'll show you the cab detail. So here we have the cab, and as you can see, I've painted it up. The lever is painted red, and the driver, he's reaching over towards it. And there you go, that's a bit better focus. And the men have their blue clothing on, although I've painted a slight sootiness to the fireman. I don't know if you can see. He's got sort of black marks on his back and maybe a little bit on his ear. So I was really happy with how this turned out. I'm still wondering whether I should paint the lamps on the back. Maybe paint them white and put like a little red in the middle. So that's just to show you the cab. So here we are again, down at the trackside, with the Hornby Class 66 in Freightline livery. Now when I was growing up in Suffolk, there were stations like Ipswich, where you could see, as you were going in and out of Ipswich, the trains from Felixstowe or wherever with their long lines of container wagons. So I kind of wanted to replicate this for myself, obviously, because I live in Ireland now, so I live a long way from a decent freight train. So I just wanted to recreate the memories of seeing Class 66s and long freight trains running up and down outside of Ipswich station. And you used to be able to stand on the platform and look across a diesel depot as well, which was quite cool. So I'll have to go back at some point and go have a look there. So I'll just show you this running now in a sec. But it's the livery application on some of their Class 66s is questionable. But on this model, it's actually superb. It doesn't go over, like, it's perfect on the ribbed sides, as it were. And all the little warning flashes and everything look brilliant. So I'm really, really happy with that. So I'll power her up now. You'll see her long freight train. She's coming from the docks of Beaglington. There she is. And it runs lovely and smooth as well. Here she comes. That's half speed, and that's more than fast enough. So, as we're going to start Ben Y Glow again. What you got? Let's come back around here so you can see. Of course, this fictional livery steam shunter never ran in the same era as the Freightliner Class 66. But this is my railway and I'll run what I like. I'll just go around and stop them. Now, another locomotive you may have seen running around the layout today, or maybe just parked up here, is this Hornby 48DS Ruston, which is Army 802, and it's got the poppy, obviously, for Armistice Day. And I bought this Ruston a year or so ago with the money I got from my grandmother's will, because my grandmother worked in the Ministry of Defence, and I really wanted a Ruston, so I thought, what a fitting memorial it would be. And now here it is with the poppy, obviously, from the Poppy Appeal. And you can probably see in the background I also have my pillbox, which I'll have to do a short clip about at some point. But I really like the Ruston. I actually was planning on getting the 88DS one, or whatever it's called, in the North British yellow livery. But unfortunately, my pre-order got cancelled because there wasn't enough stock allocation. But since they probably won't come out until next year, I've got time to save up and try and get one from somewhere else. So I'll have two then, and they'll look quite good shunting over in the brewery over there. So that's about it from me for today. I'll do up another video hopefully in the week about my village shops and the pub over there, and how they're detailed and stuff. And I suppose I'll leave you with a few more video shots of the trains running, because obviously, you know, it's a railway. That's what it's for. for watching. See you around on the next one. Oh, and don't forget, if you haven't already, you can subscribe here on YouTube, and there's also a listing thing here where you can see other videos that I've done. So, isn't that great? So, yeah. Goodbye. Ah,